In this video, we'll cover journal entry management within Blackline, and we'll start within the journal entry progress grid, which as an end user will show me all of the relevant details related to the journal entries that I have access to. And we make it really easy for our users to initiate the journal entry process. So from here, you can select from the many templates that we make available based on the ERP that is going to be posted to, and we give users the ability to add journal entries manually, so populating header and line item information, or importing one or multiple journal entries at once from an Excel templated import. So now we'll go ahead and choose the file for the journal entry template that we want to upload. And again, this is going to be based on the journal entry template configured depending on the ERP that we're posting to. So once I import this journal entry file, you're going to see all of the relevant details related to that journal entry populated on the journal entry grid. So we're going to go ahead and search for that journal entry. Digging into it, we're going to again see all of the relevant details broken out based on the journal entry template, and you can see here the workflow that can be designated as well. But we have validation rules within Blackline that are going to be looking at things across the header and line item information related to these journal entries to validate that they are in fact correct. So if accounts don't exist or if workflow needs to be further defined, we can have those things automatically dictated here within the solution. So in this case, I see that an approver must be assigned to this journal entry because it exceeds a dollar value threshold that we have as a part of the validation process. So as a part of the advanced criteria that we define, if a journal entry exceeds a certain dollar value threshold, or it's more advanced than that, and it's a combination of dollar value threshold as well as company code being posted to, that can dictate the level of approval and review required, or we could even set this up to where they're going to go to specific individuals for approval and review. So we're going to go ahead and certify this, and it'll go to the next person within the workflow. And a part of what we can send to the next person in the workflow is an automatic email alert letting them know that this journal entry is ready for approval. So what we'll do next is switch over to an approver to show us this through the lens of the person responsible for approving this particular journal entry. Okay, so now we're going to filter down based on that journal description here to find that journal entry that was just posted. So if I go into the journal entry, you're going to see all of the same relevant details related to header and line item information, and then any comments, supporting documents, or even required adjustment from our reconciliation module that has been linked and attached to this journal entry. Now, one differentiator with Blackline is that we have the ability to post these journal entries in real time to the ERP. So with that said, once that journal entry is going to be successfully posted, a posting status as well as document number would be returned from the ERP being posted to. So instead of posting in batch, we have the ability to post these journal entries and validate them in real time against the ERP. So now that we're switched back in the preparer role, we can talk about journal entry automation within Blackline. So we're going to have integration across our account reconciliation as well as our transaction matching module. So if there's instances where I have schedules across account reconciliations or transactions that are being run through the matching engine, we can leverage that detail in order to automate some of these different journal entries within the system. So if I were to click on this particular amortizable prepaid entry, you can see all of the relevant details that we've talked about thus far. So different workflow requirements, header and line item details, and then you also see item information being pulled directly from the reconciliation in instances where I have things like amortization, accruals, deferred revenue, all of these different activities that are happening across the rest of Blackline that could be integrated and automated within the journal entry process here. So that includes supporting documentation, scheduling, all the things that we are pulling over directly from the reconciliation. And in addition to automated journals, we also have something called Journal Master functionality. So this is where we can take a pre-populated template for a journal entry and set it up on a frequency based on how often that journal entry is being posted. So we may have an accrued legal fee that really doesn't change all of that often as far as the journal details go, but we may need to go in and update the amounts for that journal entries every other period or every other quarter, whatever it might be. So we essentially give the users a completeness check for those types of recurring journal entries and give you the full audit trail into all of the journal masters that are being posted by the team. And now we'll demonstrate Blackline's dashboarding capabilities. And Blackline offers extensive configurable interactive dashboards across the different users that are responsible for preparing, approving, and reviewing journal entries. So if I wanted to dig into these dashboards, I have the ability to dig down and essentially review a quick snapshot of the journals and their relevant details. And these dashboard cards are also going to be configurable. So if I wanted to really use that data to create filters and only focus on high dollar value threshold journal entries that are critical to the close, I can filter down based on any criteria that I define here. A key differentiator of journal entry management within Blackline is the integration that we see across the rest of the platform. Because as we saw here, we have the ability to manually key in entries and upload them in bulk from Excel, but we also have the ability to store recurring journal entries and pre-populate them with all the things that don't change related to those recurring journals. And to take it a step further, where our customers really start to experience a lot of value via control and efficiency, is with automated journal definitions, where we're leveraging information across the rest of the modules, such as reconciliations, transaction matching, or even raw data sources themselves, to automate journal entries and make them touchless and have them dynamically go through workflow as necessary. And by automating journal entries, we have customers like Performance Food Group that has automated 97% of their manual journal entries, which has been a massive time savings for the accounting team. In summary, Blackline Journal Entry Management provides a controlled, templated approach to centralizing journal entries. It is a complete journal entry management system that allows you to create, review, and approve journals. We can then electronically certify those journals and store them with all their necessary supporting documentation. With our customers that operate in a multi-ERP environment, that standardization and control is going to be paramount.